Hey, what's up? This is John from the internet, and hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I had a number of things that I wanted to talk about today, but the thing that became most important was this email that I got from an old friend from an old company, a company that I started, and then I eventually hired this gal for my Atlanta office. I actually had like 12 or 13 different campuses or something, or offices in different states. Anyway, and on occasion, I stay in contact with some of these folks. And I do this for a number of reasons. The first is I'm actually like generally interested in knowing what these people are doing because if I hired them, then they're top quality people and they're very talented and like I'm generally curious about what they're working on. But two, of course, like as a serial entrepreneur, as someone who continues to build stuff, it is in my best interest to continue to connect with these folks and to see where they're at so that I can hire them again if if it makes sense, if like the timing and all of those more serendipitous things come together at the right time. Anyway, so I shared this on my blog this morning, but I've been sitting with it and I like it so much. So I just want to read this email really quickly. I'm not gonna say their name, but anyway, this email goes. I think you'll be happy to know that I'm pursuing a new career in UX design. Smiley face. If you're interested, I've got a portfolio up and that I used to apply for the job already, and I have classes coming up, and I'll be shadowing people at work at the company name that they're currently at, and I have a small side project coming up as well. I'm really excited, and it cracks me up how just in April of this year, I so easily dismissed the idea that this wasn't for me. Thanks for pushing me a bit forward and believing. And as you might imagine, that like totally made my day because one, this person is super cool, very talented, and that's obviously why I hired her for a previous position. But she got to see life change very distinctly because the business that we had were building was a coding school, a boot camp, 12-week boot camp for to teach people to learn how to build software. And she was able to experience firsthand how radical life change can happen as quickly as 10 to 12 weeks, right? And we served thousands of people through this program, and eventually it was acquired by a large Fortune public company. But and then they totally fucked it. But that's not part of the story. But anyway, but it's interesting, right? Because although she got to witness this firsthand, for other people, she really didn't believe perhaps that that type of life change could happen for her, which of course is totally nonsensical. Radical life change can happen for all of us really quickly. And I really feel like my life has been marked by rapid evolutions. And I love that. Now that's a lot of that is based on my personality and how, and because of my personality and the way that I see the world and my worldview, like I really enjoy trying new things and experimenting with new things, and sometimes that means that I'm working through a lot more jobs than perhaps the normal person and projects. I've been fired from a ton of jobs. I've left a lot of jobs. Fired from a lot of jobs. But I don't mind it because I really think what I might stand to lose from, starting on different projects and working for a lot of different companies, I actually gain in experience and knowledge and wisdom. But then just like I get to experience more of the world. I think that's really important for me. Is I don't want to get to the end of my life feeling like there were significant parts of life that I was unable to experience or really fully appreciate. And my profession allows me to really dive into these new segments very quickly. But anyway, this is not about me. This is about this person. In my blog post this morning, I wrote about how it's really so powerful when you have people in your life who really believe in you. Like, not like superficially, like, yeah, I believe in you, and that's just, it's almost like something you can easily write off. But when there are people who really deeply are for you and for your growth and personal development and your success, and it's really hard to find those types of people. But I was writing this morning just how powerful that dynamic is, and how even the smallest word of encouragement can be such a significant point of change for someone, and how it's so crazy because I didn't even have a conversation with this person. It was just a string of emails over the last year, and if I actually go back and read those emails that I sent her, like, they weren't exactly the most riveting, life-changing things. What did I say? I literally said, what did I say? So what I said was, I said a bunch of different things, but I said in April of this year, a bunch of different stuff, and ... It's never too late to reinvent yourself. You saw that firsthand at my previous company, ... Come on now, right? So a little bit of a jab, and that's because we have a little bit of a relationship, so I felt like I could lean in a little bit, right, on the email. And that was it. That's all I said. And then fast forward, 9 months or whatever, and here we are. She took that, and of course, on her own volition, and she has a lot of motivation and drive. She's a very driven person to begin with, but she took that, my perspective, my piece of encouragement, small piece of encouragement, and probably a lot of other encouragement from people who are much closer to her and stuff like that. But that this community around her really helped accelerate her into an entirely new direction. And I couldn't be more excited for her. It's, outside of the really cool things that I get to work on and build, what really fires me up and what just really gets me going is when I see people make significant decisions, courageous perhaps decisions in their life, into much more positive directions. And to know that I play just a small part, I don't even need to play a big part, just a small part of their journey. Like, it gives me chills. Like, there's not much to say. Like, I really love that. I really love seeing people break through the personal, emotional, physical boundaries. I love to see them. I love seeing breakthroughs, and that's because I think that's what I want for my own life, right? I want to consistently be able to grow and learn and break through any of the mental barriers or emotional barriers that may be stopping me from really pursuing a full life, if you will. And when I get to participate in someone else's life, again, in a very small way, it's incredibly satisfying. It's pretty much like the most satisfying thing that I get to do. And it wasn't even much. It was just like one sentence. But it kind of underscores and highlights the fact that words matter, and even the smallest words, when tied with a really good relationship, can literally change someone's life. And I think by extension, if we're to scale it out, can really change the world in a very positive way. So I like that. I like experiencing when I hear people encourage me, as much as some people believe that I don't need it and I've got a lot of things figured out. Like, I don't. That's a total lie. I don't know how why people would believe that. I need as much help as the next person, and I think we all do in our own little ways. So I'm just meditating about that email today as I sit on my kitchen floor, taking a little bit of a break after an incredible lunch. with another friend with, and I worked with this gal at another company, and I really want to work with her again. She's amazing. So if you're watching this video, well, we talked about that at lunch today. But she's got a great new exciting new job. She starts on Monday, so maybe she'll spend a little bit of time there, and then maybe she'll come work with me again. That would be awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to be encouragement to you that the smallest words can make a huge difference in someone else's life. So go do that. Let's go do that today. Let's all give someone perhaps that we haven't talked with or emailed or texted someone in a while. Like, let's go ahead and send them a word of encouragement. And perhaps if you want to go one step further, not only give, but also see if you can receive. Send an email or text or call someone that you haven't really connected with in a while, but that you really like, and that you just, you might remember, hey, that's someone I really want to reconnect with. Send them a note just and say, hey, how are things going? What are you up to? And, and maybe even how can I help? That's a really great question. And, you'll probably catch them off guard, which is totally great. But I bet you'll make their day, at least. And maybe, just maybe, you may even change the very course of their life, their career, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that Thursday afternoon thoughts from John, sitting on the floor from the internet. But have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys later.